Oh, hey guys, what's up? Just came up this mountain to do a little reflecting. So, yeah, it's been about 2 years since my first 5-MeO DMT experience. I've done it twice. And yeah, I'd just like to do a little reflecting on, how life's been, what my state of consciousness is, like how life progressed after that, what insights I got, the integration. And it's like when I went into it, I was kind of expecting that after doing this it would just give me the answer, that it would solve all the problems in my life. I'd have that magic pill to enlightenment and everything's gonna make sense after this. This is going to show me the truth. And while I believe it did show me the truth, the truth exists on a plane that is so radically different from this 3D space we as humans find ourselves in, that it's really, really hard to integrate even a fraction of what I saw in that brief moment. And it's like, looking back now, I can barely remember. I know it was incredibly profound and incredibly, insightful. I believe it truly was like an insane shift in consciousness to some very powerful force revealed. But looking back at it, it's just, in my mind now, it's just simply a memory. It's a brief memory that I can only interpret now with my current state of consciousness, which is, just a normal human here, living in the world, in the sort of the real world, whatever this place is, or the Maya world, the illusion that we find ourselves, particularly in the West, to sort of be in. You have to sort of be a person here. It's pretty hard to just disappear into the abyss of time and space. But, so, yeah, like looking back, it's not going to solve your problems. It's not going to give you the ultimate answer. Or maybe it will, but you're not going to be able to take that straight away into the world. It's like, it's a integration process, and I believe there's some part of me, some conscious space within me, some spirit, whatever it is. I believe there is some force inside of me that is slowly integrating that experience still, and it's going to unfold throughout my life. And so, I do feel like the wisdom is slowly, unraveling, that infinite wisdom, the lessons. And it's really interesting to see. And as far as myself, my conscious state of consciousness is and where I'm at, and I'm not sure if this is related to the 5-MeO DMT or just, my own life progressing, but I feel very much less attached to an identity currently. I see myself in a lot of other people, and I know whatever role I'm playing, it's kind of an act. It's a play. I'm putting on a show, and a lot of it's just sort of unconsciously coming up from childhood, and all this conditioning is just being built into sort of this sort of natural state of being that I sort of act as sort of maybe here, and maybe I act differently when I'm, with certain types of people. I kind of fit into that role. It's like you just naturally go into it. But like, I've seen the truth of what this is, and the truth is that nobody has a truth. Nobody can speak the truth, because the truth is we all have our own, way of getting there, and we all have our own background experience creating us. No two people are alike. And it's like there's no right way of going about this. There's no right way to do it. There's no, no one has sort of, is in a position of authority. I mean, they might have more knowledge, maybe more wisdom. But, essentially, we all don't know what this is. We don't know what our purpose is. Our purpose here is a uniquely individual thing in which each of us has to dive within our soul to find. And there's no universal right way of doing things. And, you can see that so many people are stuck in a certain way. They're so molded by the culture they live in, or their background, the college they went to, the people they surround themselves. So many people's identities are so fixed into that sort of mold that they forget that that's not the truth. That's not all there is. That's not the right way. There's so many ways. And consciousness is creating the external. You're like, the story you tell yourself becomes manifest into this world. And that's sort of how I'm here in this mountain in South Korea. It was just my thoughts, my consciousness, state of consciousness, perhaps some past conditioning experience mixed into that, and this has manifested here. It's like your imagination is the tool you use to shape the world. And we often feel stuck in the identity, in the life. And we, condense ourselves down further and further, and we get stuck. And it's like, no, it's infinite. There's infinite possibility in this world. And it's whatever you can imagine and truly believe that will come to fruition. And this is really powerful. And it's something I'm struggling with to actually do. It's easy to say it, but to actually do it is another story. Because it's so easy to, go back, forget, get distracted, get lost in the hustle and bustle of life and your responsibilities and everything. And with all that, all that gets mixed up, and it's so hard to remember. But once you remember, all that dissolves and everything becomes beautiful, and you end up just in nature on a sunny day, and so excited to be here right now. So I'm gonna end this video with a Terence McKenna quote. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but you know, I heard it recently, and I thought I just want to include that here. So, all right, I guess that's all I have to say. Until next time.